next week's episode's my episode. You know, remember when we said at the start, we all said a comment. It's that. It's been leading to that, and obviously the reasons why and all. And I suppose the one thing of this episode was Bella looked. I really think she looked like this was her episode. Yeah. I'd say when she read the script, she was like, "This is the episode that'll make me." You know, so all our little side glances, all our little other shit, I think she was planning on tying into this is why, and this is how come everything else you've seen is, you know, she really enjoyed this episode, I think, the film, and like probably more of a story and got to create the back character and everything else. So yeah, maybe it is needed, and then maybe we'll come out of next week's episode going, we needed it because it tied in everyone else that probably wasn't getting the same sympathy reaction that we might have had from playing the game and controlling them, and you know what I mean, being them. Maybe she tied it in with that performance, you know, possibly. That's what I'm hoping. You know, that we'll see next week's episode and we'll be like, actually, you know what, they fucking were right. You know what I mean? They were bang on.
And again, like, it is going to be, I think next week, like the next two episodes are like, they're both huge Joel and Ellie episodes. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're both characters go through big stuff over the last two episodes. And it really, like, again, I'm actually buzzing now thinking of making it real in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm actually really excited again. But like, Ellie, we spoke early in the show where it was important that Ellie had to be in a certain situation, and in a certain, we as the audience had to feel a certain way about Ellie there, that when we were first introduced to her, we didn't feel that way. And that was fine. We knew that wasn't necessarily indicative because you feel very similar in the game. Now we're here where you need to feel that way about Ellie for next week to hit. Kev, do you feel that Bella has done Ellie justice in that way? Like, where are you feeling for kind of what we're about to go through?
Yeah, it's can I just get back actually to something you just said as well? I think this DLC episode would have been better after Henry and Sam had died. I think it would have been a much better placement of it, because it's something you brought up there that was like, fuck, that's a really big missed opportunity. If you had Joel get stabbed and it ends the way it ends, and then you have her the next episode out hunting, you don't see Joel at all. She's completely on her own, and you don't have the reveal of Joel being back at that house till the end of the episode.
Yeah,
that's how you fucking get people, and that's because like everybody that I worked with as well that haven't played the game knew he wasn't dead as well, and that really kind of fucked with things a little bit. And I think it's maybe more the placement of that was where they kind of went wrong. I do,
because
think
that's one of the best, like that's almost like pro wrestling, like, you know what I mean? Like, again, we won't get into it, but like the revelation that Joel's alive and you're like, that is such a huge moment that we now just don't have, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, because it just, again, you'll experience it next week, but it just comes at the perfect time. And when you watch it next week, if you haven't played the games, you'll know instantly the time that I'm referring to, that it's like gamers have that, Joel's alive, oh my god, he's alive, you know what I mean? It is like that. The wrestling good guys music hits like at just the right time, you know what I mean? It is like that, and it's really, really powerful. So yeah, I agree with that. Like, the structure that they have for the next portion of the game was perfect in it, and they fucked with the structure, and now we're left with, did they fuck with the game, or did they have something up their shoulders? Because again, we don't have a lot of backstory for the people that we're about to meet, so maybe they can do stuff like that, you know what I mean? There's avenues there that they could go down, or levers they could pull, where at the end of the season we could be like, oh yeah, that's why, like kind of what you're saying, Bruiser, where we're like, oh yeah, that's why they did what they did. But again, just as a gamer, we're kind of like, they've gone off track here.